Hello, hello, hello.
Hello everyone, welcome for this new episode of Timeout from Tamriel. Hi Deltia.
Hi, do you like my haircut and my shirt? Which one's better? The
Both of
Eagles.
them,
Both equally good. Equally
they
good.
go well together. That's the haircut makes shine the shirt better, and
Oh,
shirt.
shiny head joke. Okay, got it. Got it. That's good. How you doing?
Okay, I'm very well. Unfortunately, Sick Trick is not very well, so that's why it's not there, and I'm alone with Deltia. But we're going to have fun, right? We
Oh
have
yeah.
interesting things to say.
Oh yeah. Let the ramblings commence. And so what we were talking about the ESO Plus event and ESO events in general. So for those that don't know, I got a link here. We got one that just had passed. Did you do it all, Loa?
Sorry?
Did you do the last event? You log in to get your crown crates?
Yes, yes. Not
What
every
what
day.
what did you get out of them?
Uh, the only thing interesting I got was a Scorpids fabricant's pet.
Oh, okay. Well,
But I got some gem to buy myself the super haircuts.
oh well. Oh yeah. As long as you have the paintbrush haircut, that's all that matters, really.
Yes.
All right. For those that don't know, basically Elder Scrolls Online trying to promote like their ESO Plus by essentially ESO Plus is a subscription, right? So you log into Elder Scrolls. This was last week. Navigate to the Crown Store, view feature categories, and you select the ESO Plus free trial. And that was the trial to kind of get into this. And what it did, it rewarded you with crown crates, or not the crates, but the actual. Yeah, I guess they're called crates, not boxes, right?
Yes, the crown crate was for the ESO Plus members, people that have already the subscriptions also got something from the event, while the people that didn't had ESO Plus and were trying ESO Plus didn't got those crown crates.
Okay, so if you already had it, you get a little benefit. I don't think I even did it. I don't know if I might have some crown crates open, but my luck on it, I'll just get lipstick and then I'll have to wear lipstick live. That's always good.
Yes, indeed.
So I mean, it's good incentive for people to try it, right? Isn't that what you feel?
Yes, exactly. So for those that do not know what's the benefit of ESO Plus, because that event is exactly made for that, to promote it to the person that have never tried. And I suppose it's even more addressed to people on console. But the benefits of ESO Plus is, first of all, you have 10% increase of experience, gold gain, inspiration, and research. You also have 1,500 Kron by month, access to all DLC, the
On craft
crafting bag,
bag, craft
the crafting
bag.
bag, double bank space, and double item that you can place in your homes. So it's quite a lot of advantages, right? So the person that do not have ESO Plus, well, they do not pay $12 or euro by month, but they do not have access to any DLC unless they have purchased it separately. They do not have all those advantages like bank space and crafting bag. So someone that has the ESO Plus and open the crafting bag can store all your crafting materials into the bag. It's happen automatically. You do not need to do it manually. And you do not lose access to this crafting bag when you lose your subscription, but you cannot place anything in it anymore.
Yeah, I
Same with the
mean,
bank, etc.
ESO Plus is a hell of a deal, honestly, right? I mean, like, what, $15? I mean, I go eat Five Guys once a week. That's $15, right? I mean, as far as your entertainment value and like what you get, you don't have to buy the DLCs. You can essentially play everything in the game. It really gives you perks that you want. I mean, if it's just crafting bags, it's worth it. I mean, honestly,
Yes.
if it's just that, $15, great. So, I mean, it's like OpEx versus CapEx, which is operation expenditure. You want recurring money, and it's good for the developers to have a set amount of money recurring, so they can go, okay, we don't have to push crown crates, or we can, or whatever. So it gives them incentive to let people try it out and go, I can't live without this craft bag. $15? What's that? That's Five Guys. That's two drinks at a bar, well, depending on where you live, right?
Yes, indeed. I think it's very important, especially for console, because on console it might be a little bit less tempting to get the subscription because you have already to pay a subscription just to access the internet on your console. So it's
Okay.
$30, €30 by month instead of just 15. But once you try that, and if you play ESO a lot, it's so useful and so convenient, and you really get for your money. And it's not pay to win. It's not because you hear some people saying, "But this is insane. It's forcing players to get ESO Plus." But in the same times, ESO Plus players had been complaining to ZeniMax, please give us incentive to be subscribed. And ZeniMax have added little advantage step by step. And I think it's fair. At the start, ESO was a subscription-only game. You were forced to have a subscription to play it. So now you have the choice, and you can have the choice also depending the months. Maybe this month you go in holiday, you do not need it, and next month you will be happy to have it.
Yeah, it's cool that you can basically have all the DLCs in it, right? Too. It's like, well, why even buy the DLCs if I just want to play the game? I'll just pay $15 and go ham for a month, right? I mean, so I think ESO Plus, when it first came out, was like, well, what is there? Why would I even do it? The DLCs was the main attraction, but there wasn't a whole lot of a lot of them. Now there's Orsinium, there's ICP, there's like a lot of different things. I'm like, I can't even live without it. So I try to go and play, and my inventory's full. Let me do my craft bag. Nope. Okay, $15. Here we go. And it does give you crowns anyways. Now, the business savvy ESO people. That was pretty good of them getting some crown crates in there, right? Because there's some actual RNG person that got like a cool mount, right?
Yeah.
And there's other person that I got the itch. I got the itch now. I got 3, 4, 5, 6 crates for free. What's $50? You know what I mean? That's what they're doing.
Yeah, this event is obviously for promoting Elder Scrolls, but I think they do it in the right way, giving you the taste. If you are not an ESO Plus member, you might want it, and if you're ESO Plus member already, you are rewarded with those crown crates. And maybe it will indeed give you the desire of having more of crown crate, or maybe you will just be satisfied about it and stop to complain about them because you just had something.
We can't stop complaining about them. No, everything is a complaint. We're gamers, right? Has there ever been a gamer that doesn't sit around and bitch about the game they play for 40 hours a week? Seriously.
I try to not be that.
Okay, well, you might be like the one random person online that's like super positive and even you get frustrated, though. Even you get frustrated.
Yes, it's true. It's true. So, yeah.
I mean, I don't mind it anymore. After all, this is a business. And if ESO is doing good, that means they're cranking out content and hopefully going back and fixing the things that need to be fixed. So as long as the balance is there, I mean, you get 10%, 10% more experience, which equals champion points. But now that there's a cap on champion points, it's like, I'm to the point where like I wouldn't mind like World of Warcraft does where you pay $100 and you can like get to endgame, or what is it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's something like that.
I'm to the point where like I wouldn't even mind if they implemented that. Seriously. Like, what, you're going to spend 6 months grinding zombies? Or, like, let's say you're a professional and you have tons of money, but you don't have time. Like, I just honestly, at this point, get them to endgame.
The thing is that it all depends for what reason you play and what's the point of your journey in MMORPG. If you have already 10 different classes and you want your new Night Blades and you want to make an alt, I do not mind so much because the game is out for 3 years. So it kind of makes sense if you want to skip content to just join your friend or have your alt ready. I do not see it in the same way than before, but I think it's an individual decision to do what you want from the game. Is it the journey, the adventure to get there, or it's just join immediately the fight? As long as people are having fun, as long as there's incentive to play the game, as long as it stays fair and it doesn't reward rich versus poor people, like real life poor people, I think it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think they strike a good balance. So, I mean, my opinion about this event is, like I said, it's a marketing event. It's a business. I get it. Like I'm not opposed to it. The crown crates to me are really a lack of. There's lack of interesting stuff in there. So, if they have cool costumes, masks, whatever, I'm fine with it, as long as there's a way to achieve it in game or get something similarly as cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. The only thing that I really don't like with Crown Crate is the fact that it's gambling, and some people are addicted to it. It's playing on that, and that's shit. It's my opinion. I think it's not ethic. It's not humanly kind, and regardless of business or not business, you need to stay ethic and think of not take advantage of the weakness of people. That's my point. Sell whatever you want. You sell a house like $200. It's insane, but as long if some people buy it, that's good for them. But gambling, it's taking advantage of the weakness of people. I find that ugly. So that's my problem with the Crown Crate. Anything else, I don't really care about it.
But don't you think MMOs inherently are addictive? I mean, they're made for addicts.
Yeah, but still, it's different as long because it doesn't really involve money. And when it comes to money, you have someone addicted, you're ruining his life. You need to have a little bit of responsibility as a person, as the one person that take the decision. Don't you feel dirty when you do that? I think it's important. Like, I will not be happy to see my face in the mirror if I was doing something shitty like that. But
Yeah. I understand, but I mean, I'm going to play devil's advocate, which is that whether it's crown crates or not, MMOs are a hamster wheel, and the idea is to keep you playing. So if they can keep you playing, you're going to buy something from the game, right? Why does free to play work?
Yeah.
Free to play is the least bit free. Okay, I mean, it might be free to play it on one leg. But if you play a free to play game, more likely than not, you're buying crap in there if you like the game, right? Right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You know what I do when I'm playing a free to play game? If I really like it, or if I think that the developers are doing a good job, I'm purchasing to support them.
Yeah.
And I would like to see people having more sort of Kickstarter way of paying the game, so you're free to support the game rather than having all this.
Hold on. No. If you're going the Kickstarter route, it's the same crap. You're buying crap outside of the game to get crap in the game. So you can't have it both ways.
You are doing the intention is not the same in the sense, or you're willingly supporting the game because you think that the developer deserve it, or you want better stuff for the game. So it's like, it's like the subscriber that subscribe to a streamer or YouTuber. They do it
subscribe to me,
to support you. It's to support you, to make you do better content. So it's the same thing.
No, you put your money where your mouth is. Like, if I like content, I know we're getting off topic here, but if someone sponsors me or does that, that's great. Now that's what keeps me going. I'll be upfront about that. I'm a business, like, right? Like, I got to eat. I don't want to get a real job. Hell, this is great. Standing up playing video games, talking about it, right? This is awesome. So,
yes,
but at the end of the day, where's that line of exploiting people for what they want out of you and versus giving them what they want? But I don't know where that line is. All right, moving on.
We have other event, or Elder Scrolls Online is organizing other event of the same kind that the ESO Plus event. So it's generally made to promote a part of the game. It could be a part of the game that's a little bit forgotten, like the Imperial City. So during a weekend, you have weekend where you can gain the double experience in Imperial City, or the double of Telvar Stone, something like that. So it really pushed players to try the Imperial City, maybe to purchase the DLC of the Imperial City, or just to, to gather everyone in this part of the game that's maybe not played as much as it once was. So they do that for Imperial Cities. They've done that for Orsinium when it was the anniversary. They will probably do that for other DLC as well. We can expect them. And sometimes they also have a weekend which is a free pass for everyone. So you do not need to purchase Elder Scrolls Online. You can just jump in and try it. And I guess once again, it's aimed probably more towards console players because they probably see it in their list of games or whatever in their menu. It must pop out. So
Hey! I've been on consoles this week. Don't be dogging console players, Lord. We're going to get negative votes on this.
I'm not saying anything against console
You're
players.
being very offensive.
I'm just saying that's how it happened in this kind of menu and such.
Okay, so one of the top, I mean, they actually do kick-ass job on events. Like, they do a great job. So the things that I like about the events is they kind of keep them rotating and going on. So there's always something going on, but like, what was it, the Witches Festival or something? They added, I think, a new quest or something to it. Or, like, they added more stuff to it. So, like, Star Wars Old Republic, I love the game still. And they would come out with these events, like the Rat Goal event. It'd have great quests and really cool rewards, but then, like, they'd never reinvest in the event. So when it was cycling through, it's like, well, I have everything I need from that. So, like, even a new achievement, a new trophy, a new something in there keeps you going,
yes.
Well, I got to do it, right?
Exactly, because this kind of event doesn't matter. You have the game installed and you're not playing it anymore because you're distracted with another game. And then you have this ESO event that happened for the weekend or for the week. It doesn't matter what kind of event. It gives you an incentive to go back into the game and maybe meet other friends and give you again the desire of playing it longer. So in this world which is really crowded with a lot of MMORPG games, kind of need to always go back to the players and get them back into the game. They have to do that, otherwise players are too distracted by right and left. There's always new things to do. So I think it's very important, and ZeniMax is doing a good job on that regard.
Yeah, they are doing it. I like the Imperial City event, and I wish that was more frequent because it's such a great content. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Do they actually give everyone access to it during the event?
No, I don't think you can have access really to Imperial City. I think you have to purchase it, and it's generally combined with a discount on the DLC.
Right. What I think they need to do is give people a trial and the event. So, like, the double Telvar or whatever. Dude, Imperial City's lit. I mean, it's fun. And you're having big battles, great little one-on-ones, getting ganking people, huge zergs running. I mean, it's a riot. It's a riot. And then, like, usually for a week or two after it, it's still kind of popular because people are like, why aren't I in here? This is actually fun. And then it dies off. But they gotta keep getting. If you want to get people to actually purchase the stuff, give them a taste of it. Just like the crown crates, give them a little taste of Imperial City. $15. What the hell is that? That's Five Guys. Boom, sub. Let's go.
I think the Imperial City event, the last ones I did, had a lot of success. I see a lot of good feedback on the forum, including from people that were never going to PvP usually. And they were explaining that at the contrary of what they were thinking before, the PvP community was very welcoming towards them and there were not toxic players. Like sometimes you can think that people in Zero Deal are toxic. I remember the witness of a guy that were explaining how when he was explaining to others how he was new, he was really taken care by some experienced PvPers, and he really had a fun time with them. And they were doing that because there's during this event there's some incentive for PvE players to gain certain type of items. I don't really remember, but it was also interesting for PvE player. Maybe it was the motive they were trying to hunt or something like this, or you had this sort of achievement. I don't remember exactly what they did, but this event also rewarded the players that are not usually PvP.
Yeah, it gives them a taste of it. And, like, I mean, most really good PvPers, if you admit I'm not very good at PvP, can someone help me? They'll probably do it, and if you like listen to them and try. But it's the people that don't need help. They have the best build ever, and then they can't CC break. They backpedal and they get nuked in 3 seconds. No, it's like, get off my team, bro. You know what I mean? Like, no one like you're S keyer. Hello, you know what S keyer is, right?
Not sure now.
Well, they just hit the S key and they back
explain
up.
Me.
Like you attack a player in Imperial City. This is how you know you got a noob on your hands. You go right up to them and you start beating on them, and they just backpedal, and then you keep kiting them, and they only backpedal. They don't strafe. They don't turn side to side. They're S keying. They did. Okay, you don't know.
Yeah, okay.
It's funny if you. A terrible joke. Anyways, moving on. So, Imperial City is one of my favorites. Now, double XP. What are your thoughts on those?
Well, this is kind of nice. When, for instance, in Orsinium, you had, I think you had double experience in Orsinium. Every event was giving you more experience, so it gives back the players to go back to celebrate Orsinium and play together. It makes the zone extremely active. It gather people, so you really have the feeling, a sense of busyness, and everyone is back there, and you have a reason to kill the world bosses and stuff in case you didn't had. I think it's always nice to have this kind of event because it really concentrates the community in a place, and it make feel the world more alive and more MMORPG and more what it can be. And it's nice that it's not all the time, but just in certain occasions, and in different places. So I hope that they will continue to do this kind of event. One event I really enjoyed was the dungeon event. You were being rewarded with some random boxes that contain some cosmetic item. Basically, it was like a crown crate, except that this was not a crown crate.
Yeah.
And you could
crown
do
repair kits, potions, yeah.
Yeah, you could do it with as many characters as you wanted. So it really gives you the desire of going back with different art and stuff like that. And so the whole community is doing dungeons. The streamers are streaming dungeon run. They are opening to community to viewers. I think it's the kind of event that's really work well in an MMORPG.
Yeah, but then you got, look, if you're new to dungeons, don't be queuing up Vet Masatoon as a Bobo Khajiit healer, okay? Like, if Wohler was here, he'd flip out, because while that event was fun, because you could basically get a pre-made and queue up, I was like, you know what? I'm going to queue it randomly to see who I get on stream. And it was like Bobo Khajiit healer CP 50, like the hardest dungeon in the game on Vet, trying to do hard mode. Like,
yeah.
Like, bro, just go sit down there. I'm going to call you Soul Gem. Like, just go sit down. You're going through my Soul Gems, bro. It's just easier. So, but what's cool about that is that you get people a taste of something, and whether they suck or not. I was the Nord DK with half magic skills, and I didn't know what I was doing. We've all been there. But when they get that taste, they're like, man, they see someone ripping in a dungeon, you're like, I want to be that. I want to do that. Like, when I saw this group in PvP in Cyrodiil, they were moving like they were all hotbox, right? I mean, they were like little robots. I'm like, I want to be that. And so these little events like this gives those players that maybe a solo player that one opportunity to say, F it, I'm going to queue it up and see what I get. And they come in Bobo Khajiit healer. Anyways, go ahead.
Well, I think that also for community influencer like you, me, or some other Inkling, Trick, whatever person that take care of the community, those kind of events is really a nice platform or a tool for us to build up something with the community. And we can really make it so, utilize that to really welcome new players or new players in that activity, to make them feel welcome and part of it. I think that really helped to build a very exciting game, and that's what gives people the desire of coming back. I think the community is very, very important. Very often when you're tired of the game, the reason why you go back to it is because you have cool friends, or you have a cool guild, or you have responsibility in a group or whatever, and that gives you this extra desire of playing the game.
Yeah. I mean, right? It's an MMO. Like, if I don't want to deal with people, I'll just go play Fallout. I'll just
Yeah.
go, dog meat, let's go. We're just rolling. So it's about the people, and there's good people in the community, bad people, but it's just like atoms, man. They got to smash into each other to start figuring it out. And like, there's too many solo players just sitting there walking around East March doing their own thing, and you can experience a portion of the game, but these events do trigger that, man, maybe I should do more multiplayer, because at the end of the day, an MMO is only as good as its population, and once it starts dying off, like Star Wars: The Republic, well, I'm not going to go play a game where there's literally 10 people on when I play on a dead server.
It's depressing.
You're
That's
like,
true.
I'll just go play Fallout 4 because I know there's only going to be one player playing that.
Yeah.
So it's
And
good.
and sometimes players are a little bit shy, especially when they come Skyrim or Oblivion, and the time they are playing a MMORPG, they need some sort of incentive or help to get into a group. Sometimes they are just thinking, no, I just want to do my story on my side, and they have not got the chance to experience how cool it is to play with other players as well. That doesn't mean because you play with other players that you cannot play solo. Also, you can do both, and when you want, And so, or the people that are very anxious about being in a group because they think that they will be yelled at, or they had once a bad experience, or it's helped them to get into it in a soft and intelligent way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've been too positive on them, but one last thing, the Osinium event. I think you said something about that, and that's pretty cool because it gave you double drops for VMA, and gave you double drops for the nodes. And like you said, it brings people together in the community, like around an area. So
Yeah.
I really liked that event, even though I'm not really node farming and I have a million VMA weapons. It's like, man, if I didn't have a million VMA weapons, that would be really cool. Now they just need to do it for Dragonstar Arena, which is part of the base game. A Craglorn. Aloha, your favorite zone.
I really like the zone. It's the difficulty that has changed that disappoint me. Otherwise, it was so cool. But I was maybe one of the few that really enjoyed to have an adventure zone. Too bad they're not going to do that anymore, ever.
Rip.
We'll never see Murkmar as it was planned.
Oh, man. Well, I'll tell you what, Craglorn, actually probably has the best storyline, in my opinion. It like makes you like, wow, these trials have purpose. I'm not just like doing AA in 10 minutes just to do it, right? Like, it's actually really cool, the story about it. So, I mean, Craglorn's good, but it's just incentives they haven't nailed. And they still haven't nailed all of them.
But I think that, they see ZeniMax is very often trying new things. They are experimenting and they see if it works, if it doesn't work. And that's how we have seen in this last year. We have seen a lot of those events being created. It started shyly with Imperial City Anniversary, some seasonal event, but now you have those Crown Crate event, you have those dungeon event, we might see some other, maybe some battleground event, or maybe
don't
free
steal my
access to
thunder.
Mori.
You got my notes?
We never know. we never know what they can come with. Maybe they will organize some housing contest, and sky is the limit for imagining new events. We will see what ZeniMax is producing.
Well, I want to do an event for the community, which is like the best outfit or like a fashion show. I think that would be really fun to do something like that and like have like awards and stuff. So I'm still working on that because fashion is end game. But okay, I'm gonna go on the negative here. So what they don't do well, what I think they don't do well is these events. Once again, what the game lacks is super uber rewards. I'm talking about, like, let's say something that has currency. So you do a quest and you get a token. And you can only do, 10 quests a day per character. Max 14 characters, do the math. And there's something that costs 500 tokens. You have to do it for 2-3 years to get this mount, to get this costume, to get this helm, to get this...
Yeah.
Make it freaky, hard to get. 1%er stuff.
I think it will be great. This is something I really agree. This is something very motivating in game like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14, you have some sort of faction to kind of, you need to grind the reputation to be able to purchase things, etc. While you do not need to do it with reputation, but you can do it with a different kind of things. You have that a little bit with the motifs, like for instance the Abba swatch motif in the Thieves Guild, where you need to do all those little dailies to obtain it. That's a kind of stuff that would be nice to see for other rewards, like mounts. You had to imagine you have the Thief Guild mounts, the Dark Brotherhood mounts, something special like that, which is very unique and proper to that, but you can earn it in game. Or some token that you earn doing dungeon that will unlock specific shop or furniture and costume just related to dungeon, like the Undaunted aesthetic shop, I don't know, or some haircut. They have so many possibility because they have really improved and polished the game regarding this. So there's many more options. Of course, it requires some work because they will have to get their developer teams creating all that kind of stuff and still stay lore friendly.
Yeah, Milky had a good point. He said Daedric artifact weapons override sounds for that. Like, basically have like super rare like weapons that have an appearance and a sound. Maybe they have the exact same stat bonus, but like how cool to walk around with Molag Ball's Maul. Like, you're the only dude in Cyrodiil, chick, that has this thing. And when you do a brawler, it makes like a really cool sound. You do a dizzying, like, I mean, I don't think it costs that much resources to do it, but give it something like you have to grind for 2 years for this sucker. Like, you may never get it, but it's just that it's a hamster wheel, and we need Uber rewards, because if there's not Uber, if it's not an Uber reward where only 1%ers can get it, or it doesn't improve my character's performance, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. What's the point of achievements? I get a die or something? I get a EP number? I mean, I want to nuke people.
There's, people that do it for just the fun or just to for the completionist aspect of it, but it will, just having one item by sort of faction or area or activity that you can earn by grinding it, I think it will really expand the life of the game and push certain type of players to do it. It might not be the things for everyone, but that's okay. Not everything needs for everyone.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you saw some dude rolling around with like a Molag Ball 2H with like a specific sound or something, what do I need to do to get that? Do I need to play 17 hours a day? Like, what do I need to get a Molag Ball mace, right? Right? I'll do it. I don't care. Like, if I'm seeing that guy, I'm doing it. So that's my suggestion, is that, Uber rewards, and they're getting there. Like, I will say this. The game has improved dramatically. Dramatically. Is it perfect? No. But the performance, whether you have lag in Cyrodiil or not, has improved. The crashes and server issues, not so much. But, like, actually balance, if you think about when the game launched, Aloha, like, Dunmer Dragonite vampires, like 1v40s, like, you could streak on a magic sword 60 times and never die. You could, I mean, like, there was crazy builds where it was like 1v40 people. And
yeah, they're always improving the game on all aspects.
Way better. So, I mean, 3 years in, if I look at, and I'm honest with myself, Age of Conan, Warhammer Online, Star Wars The Old Republic, I mean, I could go on and on and on. If I look 3 years in, this game is night and day better. And the events are actually a big part of it, because they are starting to get it right. Now, you have to be negative about something. I'm
sorry, today I don't feel like being negative.
Oh, that's good.
I'm happy.
That's good.
And, even the Uber rewards, they are starting to add them. If you do the hard mode on the new DLC dungeon, you gain something special, like a skin or a hat or a personality. In the 2 new dungeon in Dragonbone, and the hard modes is apparently extremely hard. So you hardcore player, you will enjoy yourself. And then you can gain one skin, and the other is the Worm Cult personality. So that's very cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. I mean, they actually are getting that. I mean, titles, skins, mounts, ultra rare. That's what people want. I mean, even if I never have a shot at getting the, I don't know, trials one, I can still be like, fanboy out on someone that has it. And like, hey, you put the work in, sick. That looks cool.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see immediately what person has accomplished what feat, because you see, oh, this guy is on that mount, he has done that. And so it's really nice.
Why don't they do anything with mounts in these events? Is it direct competition for the crown crate? The crown is like...
It's probably because all are going in the crate. I guess it's probably something like that.
But I mean, if you had like some super grindy mount to get, like you're playing the game for that amount of time. Let's say it takes you 100 hours to get. You don't think in those 100 hours that you're playing, you're not either subbing, you're not buying something, you're not. I mean, that's the math behind the business model, right? Like time or money or. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think it could be simple. Like the other day, we have simple horse, but you put like a paint of a skull on his butt or something like this. That could be enough to make you want to buy it. You are the guy with the black horse with a skull on his butt.
Okay. All right. So let's go for one suggested event that we want to see. Okay. I'll start first, since you said you didn't think about that. You know what I'm going to say. You said a little earlier, Battlegrounds. Okay? What I want, I effing love Battlegrounds to death. Some aspects of it, not all of them. They removed CP, so they actually looked at the metrics, saw that people weren't playing as much. Good for you, Zos. They're trying to change the leaderboards and some of the things to make it more competitive. Good for you. But you got to make it a part of the base game. There's not many people that have Morrowind. And I'm like, dude, doesn't everyone have it? No. So my suggestion is 1 week. You don't have to buy Morrowind. You get to play Battlegrounds for free until you're blue in the face. Get people to play it, to see if they like it. If they get dunked on and hate it in 1 second, fine. At least you got access to it without spending a huge amount of money. Like, I wish they would just, for whatever reason, make Battlegrounds a part of it. Or make, like, one map a part of it for a weekend. Like, one map, one mode, give people the taste of that sucker. Because I'm telling you, they taste it. It's a lot of fun. Like, every other game has this way to queue up for PvP that's a part of the base game. Almost every single game, I can't think of a game that's multiplayer where I can't just log on, click a button, 5 seconds later I'm fighting random people. Right? Well, I mean, I can't think of a game that doesn't have that. That's not like PvE focused. This game is that one where it's like, I click, I wait, okay, it's the same exact people we're fighting. The exact same people. You're telling me 12 people are on right now? 12 people, North American server, are playing this.
Yeah, and if you're unlucky, you face always the same person, either that you don't want to play with or that are too strong for you or whatever.
Or you destroy them. It goes both ways. Like,
exactly.
If I play solo, I'll go up against super pre-mades that just destroy me. Okay, great. If I go with a pre-made, I play, no offense, against people that aren't equipped. They don't even play the game for 3 years. They're not max CP. They don't have any idea what they're doing. And we just dominate. And it's kind of fun, hee ha ha, to laugh and dominate these people. But it's like, the population is so small, you can't esport it, right? Because you need a huge bell curve. You need that huge curve so you can pair up people that are on the same wavelength as you. Cypher going up against a CP160 isn't going to be pretty, right?
No.
And that's what the game is. It's just basically a crapshoot. So if you get like a super pre-made, you just run through everybody.
That's why I don't do Battleground, because I kind of want to play it because I find the concept very fun, but I know that I will get wrecked. And so I'm not going, because otherwise maybe one day I will just do few matches just for fun. But I know that I will probably meet professional PvPers in front of me, and that will not make me fun. And the people in my team will be very angry at me because I cannot play. So.
Everyone gets, I mean, I go in there solo and I get wrecked. I mean, I have videos of, like, both teams not attacking each other and just trying to nuke me down. And that's okay because that's the game, whatever. But, other games have solo queue versus group queue. I like that. Like, okay, you're actually a solo player. Play against other solo players. That gives you, someone who doesn't have a super pre-made together, not the very first taste in your mouth, welcome to Battlegrounds. There's 2 people running guard, Templars, GKs. They have every set, every morph, everything figured out, and they wreck you. Oh, okay, I'm good.
The problem with the dungeon finder or the queue finder, it's the queue finder. So I'm a little bit scared that they touch it for now until it's really fixed.
They have improved that.
To avoid that.
They have improved that. So that was one of that's mine Battleground rant. But
okay,
do you have an event that you thought?
Yes, I would like an event for trials to encourage people, especially the trials that are locked on with DLC, to give them access. Like this weekend, it's that trial that's open, and to encourage new players to play trials and to try them, because trial can be a lot of fun. Normal, it's very accessible to even new player. But it's something that not a lot of people know, so not a lot of players are trying them. So it will be maybe incentive for, good occasion for community leader, guild leader, whatever, to organize events with other people so they can try trials.
How would they do that? Like, how would you?
You will have simply. Easy. During this weekend, it's more of lore cards that's open. You gain twice the loots, you gain twice experience. Maybe you have a chance to get the super Dromatras and Timeout, and it's free for everyone. That's how I will do it.
Okay. Yeah, I like the trials idea because, I mean, I was one of those players, and I guess still am, that it's just hard to scramble a team together. And if, like, I'm on stream, and everyone's, people are watching me, okay, I'll get 12 people like that. But if I'm not streaming, I'm just like the player. I'm struggling to get a trials group together. It's like, don't you know I'm special, important? Just kidding. But so the average player, if you're not, and then trials groups, like Sig says, is they're super. They I don't know how to say it, but they don't let a lot of people in. And the reason I don't think they do is because they'll spend a lot of time teaching you the trial just for you to beat it and move on. And so I'm not blaming them for doing that. But the trials community that I've seen is really, once you're in, you're in. But getting in, you're like, what do I have to do this? Because they're going to spend a lot of time, invest in you, and then all of a sudden you get what you need and you move on. And I may have been that guy. I'm not saying I'm above that. So giving them a taste, and I think they've done a good job with the trials recently, is that, let's give them props. That Clockwork City one. You can pug it. You can do it in 15 minutes on easy. You can actually get halfway decent gear, or you can be ridiculous good guy and get ridiculous good gear. That's really cool that, okay, you can actually just pug it and kind of screw around, stand in the red, and experience it. And get that experience without having to spend 5 hours learning the thing every week. I loved that. I really did.
Yeah, it gives flexibility for players, or maybe even a sense of progression. First you do it on easy, then a little bit harder, then a little bit harder, then try to get the veteran one, etc., etc. So, yeah.
Okay.
So, next week, what are we talking about, guys? I'm launching my poll, start poll. Let's go. Guys, you will see on my stream here the poll somewhere in the corner. You can click on that and vote, and I will give the result to Daltia. If you're watching this video of Daltia YouTube channel after it's done, so you will find
a poll. Top right.
Yeah.
There's
and vote button there.
And what we're talking about is meta versus non-meta is choice number 1. If you don't know what meta is, kind of like the optimal way to play. The best way to play. This is the gear you have to use. This is the skills you have to use. And if you're not doing this, you're shit. Or so people say. Or our favorite builds of all time.
Yes. We can speak about what character we enjoy to play.
Oh, man. Hold on real quick, though. Not build, but character. Are you still on that Templar? You went to Dragonite, though, didn't you?
I'm playing at the moment a Dragon Knight healer. But let's skip that for next week.
Oh man, we'll talk about that.
It's just maybe vote for that. Or the other one. I like both subjects. I will be happy to speak on both subjects. Anyway, Guys, thank you so much to have watched this episode. We wish you a very excellent week. Thank you for sharing this, liking it, subscribing, whatever, everything you can do to support the show. And come to see us on live if you are not watching. It's every week on Deltias Gaming, YouTube.com, whatever. I'm sorry.
YouTube.com. Oh my god.
What?
Hello, put the coffee down.
You type Deltia in YouTube, you will find him. Or on Twitch TV LOONG. That's my channel.
All right, so we'll see you next week, Sunday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, or 21 GMT. Did I say it right?
Yes! You did it!
I can
Bye,
learn.
guys. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.